Ladies, gentlemen, lovers, it's me, Waddles, and welcome back to the Everything series. So, it looks like Minecraft just added a brand new way to get your hands on those sweet diamonds, and this new method, no joke, it's pretty insane. Diamonds, those pretty blue sweet rocks. When Minecraft's best ore generates all across your world, it generates under the condition of a couple of rules. The big rule that pretty much everybody and their grandmother will know by now is that diamonds do not degenerate anywhere except down deep inside of your world. Our rule of thumb ever since the Caves and Cliffs update of all time is the deeper you go, the more likely it is that you will be able to find diamonds in your world. But that's not all. A little bit less commonly known by everyone, there are some other conditions too. You see, when diamonds generate in your world, just like many other ores, they will generate in multiple passes. Now, this ore generation multiple passes thing is a little bit complex, but long story short, in order to preserve an ore's rarity, well, every single chunk will only be able to generate a certain amount of whatever type of ore we're talking about. Today, diamonds. When diamonds generate in any given chunk in a Minecraft world, they will generate, attempting to be exposed to air. And so when that happens, that's how you end up with something like this right here, a diamond ore block generated, where you could just walk into the cave and potentially see it if you look close enough. But alongside that, some other attempts to generate diamond ore are made by the game as well. Thanks to the Minecraft Wiki, we can dive into the technical ins and outs of this diamond ore generation. The big thing to take a note of here is that out of our 4 attempts to generate diamond ore, 3 of these ones have a percentage chance to not generate the ore block if it's next to air. And our 3rd chance here just straight up will never generate diamonds next to air. Basically, in game, that all amounts to diamonds being way more common when they are not touching air. That could mean encased in a bunch of other blocks. That could mean touching lava. Lava's definitely not air. And just like lava, except cooler, water is not air as well. It's all going to mean that dive mining for diamonds is actually a viable diamond mining method for a couple of years now. Dive mining. It's a great diamond mining method if you are careful and if you are skilled. You've got to know the way to do this because it's dangerous. Giving myself a little bit of night vision so we can see a little bit better here. Our first big setback when it comes to dive mining down here is going to be, of course, the whole breathing thing. You're under the water, you need to breathe, there's no air here, so you probably could like place a door down or something like that to get around. Our next big problem here when it comes to dive mining is going to be actually mining blocks under the water. It could be a little bit slow and tedious. No big deal, a decent workaround to that one right here. This little helmet that... No. I actually totally forgot to name this helmet Like and Subscribe. It was meant to be a great way to remind you to do both of those things. If you already have, just double check real quick that you already did. A little bit of respiration, aqua affinity on a helmet, and wonders can be made here. Now I can mine really quickly. In my air, it goes down a whole lot more slowly, but still, I'm going to be limited. And for sure, while moving around down inside of this cave, I'm going to need to drop a door every once in a while, stand inside of this thing, and wait around for my air to refill back up again. Dive mining with a good diamond helmet, like late game, you know, maybe once you've done all of your grinding. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it could definitely still be a little bit annoying. Never mind the fact that I didn't even bother to enchant my boots yet. I'm barefoot in the water, getting soggy, catching like, I don't know, probably the flu or something. I don't know how it works. I'm not a scientist. Long story short, if you want to dive mine, you have to be skilled, you have to be careful, and you have to prepare quite a bit to pull off this method. Or at least, that's how it was. It's nearly 2026, baby! Enter the Mounts of Mayhem update with the most water mob of all time, the nautilus. The nautilus, you know about it, it's the new king, queen, monarch of the sea. You find one of these babies spawning in your world, and well, legend has it they used to ride these things for miles all across the ocean. Now, if you've seen any of my guides on this thing, you know how this works. It's pretty simple. We can go up to it with, sometimes we're lucky, 1 pufferfish, tame it, put a saddle on its back, then jump on it and sail around. While I jump on it and sail around, I get this fancy little effect called the Breath of the Nautilus effect. And it basically is granting me permanent water breathing. Thanks to the Breath of the Nautilus and the Nautilus's smooth, slick movement under the water, I'm basically, well, like, what's the opposite of incapacitated, you know? Like, I'm unrestrained under the water. I can move around pretty freely, and I can breathe down here forever, just as if I was inside of a cave or up on the land in the sun. This little buddy right here is our big ticket to quick and easy diamonds inside of a Minecraft world. Well, maybe. Between the jump scares, there's one big thing that we need to check out first. Unfortunately, while the Mounts of Mayhem update was being developed, I had tested it out in the live stream. I thought it was a cool idea to bring a Nautilus to the ocean monument, you know, maybe raid this baby with it, but, yeah, the Nautilus, it actually doesn't do too hot, or maybe I don't do too hot inside of a tight space. There's so much block clipping that goes on in here, and if I accidentally, like, move up a little bit, all of a sudden I'm in the ceiling, and then I move up, and I get off, and then I'm now sometimes sent into a different room, and you know, yeah, basically here, it's a little bit tricky to control, and you're gonna smack into the walls a lot, even if you're really careful. I'm not even trying to do it like that, man. It's just rough. Our Nautilus, buddy, inside of the water, it only really works super well inside of a big open space. So now there's only one thing that we can do, and that is put this to the test. Step number 1 here is going to be getting our hands on a Nautilus. Great news here. If you've gone to the ocean at all ever since this update is released, you would know that a Nautilus is pretty easy to find. In fact, it might actually be trickier to get your hands on pufferfish to tame this thing than it is to actually find a Nautilus inside of your world. Getting a saddle nowadays, that's easy peasy, just craft it, mate. So, step 1 of finding a Nautilus, if I'm near an ocean, that was really simple. Now that I've found a Nautilus, all that I will need to continue my experiment onwards, well, essentially, that's going to be a pickaxe. I'm going to need to get my hands on a pickaxe, a Nautilus, and then maybe try and scavenge the ocean floor. I'm going to want to basically look around for a cave that seems to go deep and is ideally nice, wide, and open. After that, hopefully this goes all the way down to deep slate. This one's kind of perfect here. Once I'm in the... okay, so a little bit of a bias here, but once I'm down in the depths here with the Nautilus, all I need to do is look around, use my eyes, and find a diamond. Then I guess while I'm sitting on the Nautilus, or I could, like, hop off of it and maybe mine a little bit quicker here because I'm not riding something, but... diamonds, baby! Diamonds! We're rich! Martha, and get back here. That's my Nautilus name. I forgot to introduce you to her properly, but oh my gosh. So we have 1 diamond and a little bit more right there. That was really easy. I won't lie here. It's a little bit dark in the cave. We could probably do something about that in a little bit, but moving around, we have magma blocks. Gotta watch out for those. That'll pull me down. But moving around in here, I can see a little bit of copper right there. A little bit more copper right there. Maybe, yeah, definitely a tiny cave. That's pretty cool. I would have never seen that without this guy. Ooh, mama, I don't need it, but a little bit of iron ore, too. Glow lichen that tricks me every time. Oh my gosh, I'm a professional, though. It doesn't get better than the beginning of this cave. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Not the diorite. If I can find a cave that can cut down far enough, that made getting my hands on my first diamond in this world insanely easy. But there are a couple of setbacks here. With this method, as it stands right now, I mean, I could move around, but, like, mining is really, really slow. And to be honest, if I have to get off of the Nautilus to do like anything, maybe try and fit into a tighter space or something, my water is going to go down really, really quick. So that's kind of a problem too. The Nautilus, based off of its mechanics, should stay within 16 blocks of wherever you dismount it. But, you know, they kind of have a mind of their own. It already checks out. It's beautiful. But I think we could make this method better. My first trick for finding caves on the bottom of the ocean, and maybe even your first Nautilus a little bit easier, oh, baby, it's night vision. It makes the water invisible. With a potion of night vision and now maybe a Nautilus, I could easily sail around the ocean in third person here. Look around to the ocean floor, scan it for things like caves, openings. And, well, yeah, we could use this dash effect to maybe dash around, check out some of the more, like, less deep caves. So I guess here to Nautilus Max, this one night vision potion it's going to be. We have a Nautilus, we have a night vision potion, we can sail under the water, find all of the deep spots really, really easy. Quite love how you can do this dash to dash up, down, to get down low really, really quickly and travel around. Oh my gosh, I've now stumbled across a brand new cave, this time with night vision. It happened again. Bro, he's trying to steal the diamond. All right, but our problem here, you know, now is going to be mining this thing. It's kind of slow and annoying. Obviously, easy way around this, before you do a little bit of dive mining, if you have at the time, get some efficiency 5 on your pickaxe. That way, check this out, with efficiency 5 on my pickaxe, I can now be on the Nautilus, and I mean, that's a little bit quicker. Well, actually, no, it's like 5 times faster. This is pretty good, but it still is a little slow. Of course, it's a no-brainer. We already mentioned it earlier. How do you make this better? Aqua Affinity, and while we're at it, we might as well make it easier to breathe if we get off the Nautilus, too. So now, down under the water, efficiency 5 pickaxe, Aqua Affinity helmet, a little bit of respiration on it, too. and I can mine diamonds like it's nothing. I could stay under here on the Nautilus all day long, and this is insanely easy and quick. Pretty much the only catch up here, well, it's going to be going into the tight spaces to get the diamonds, but with that water-breathing helmet, no big deal. Dismount the Nautilus, climb off of it, pick up your diamonds, get right back on it, get away from the wall. I just don't think there's going to be a way around that one, but just like that, easy peasy. And now I can continue scavenging, scouring this entire cave. With my night vision, I can see everything as clear as day. With my good pickaxe, with my water breathing, I could jump off of the Nautilus whenever I want to, travel around, slaughter the drowned with my pickaxe, and then actually change my mind and leave. But drowned, I suppose while we're at it down here, talking about making things dangerous, we can actually make our life easier too with a spear and charging around with a Nautilus. Just a plain old diamond spear, no enchantments necessary. And now we can diamond mine under the water and basically have nothing to worry about. If anything gets in my way, I just charge it and it's gone. So one cave down, I didn't really check as good as I should have over there, but you could already see here how insanely overpowered and easy this is. I do want to try and test this out one more time though, so let's see if we can find another cave. Aha, and just like that, before too long, thanks to this beautiful Nautilus, how quick it moves, I was able to find yet another deep cave, descending all the way down to the depths. Oh my gosh, this is a deep one. We have axolotls, you're adorable. Oh man, all the way down here in the depths. This one is a little bit smaller, but with my good helmet here and my good pickaxe and everything, I think I could use this stuff together to clear out bigger holes so I could go even deeper, dude. I don't even need to do anything else. You get it. The final thing that I wanted to open your mind up to here is the potential of changing this. Game-changing ability, game-changingness. How much this could reshape early game as well. So early game, very easy to get your hands on a little bit of materials. Maybe you have an iron pickaxe so you can mine diamonds. You could craft a saddle now with one more iron ingot, and then you could make a spear with one final one. So what is that, like 5 iron total? The hardest part here might be getting your hands on pufferfish, unless you're near a warm ocean. But then all that I really need to do here to pull off this method is walk around near the edge of the water here, maybe even make a boat and start sailing out into it until I can find a Nautilus. Before too long, hey look, a village. Because the Nautilus does spawn like insanely frequently, I would bet that you would be able to find a Nautilus, and again, if you had pufferfish, not that hard to get your hands on locationally, you could easily get a Nautilus, get a saddle, jump on it, and then obviously early game, you're probably not going to have night vision, but if you can get a Nautilus and ride around and just maybe be a little bit patient here, and if you're able to find a part of the ocean that actually cuts a little bit deeper, you can ride your Nautilus down into the depths here and find any of the ores that you want. You don't have to worry about breathing. You don't really have to worry about bad mobs. You just need to be patient. You get in a tight, sticky spot, no big deal. You pull your spear out, hold down the charge thing, and like Nautilus dash your way on out of here until you find somewhere that's a little bit safer. Guys, this new way of mining diamonds might shake up everything in your survival world. If you enjoyed today's episode of the testing series, smash that like button and check out the playlist on the end card for even more sight. You got something else smart to try, tell me about it down below, or send me a message about it. Post on the community tab. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Adios, friends.